I need you to understand who you are, because validation can distract you from real progress. Understand your identity. Know yourself, know what you stand for, know what you're about, know so you're a star. Understand who you are. Know that you are special, know that you are great. I know I am great. I know what I stand for. I know what I will be. I know where my life is going. You get me? And I don't play about that. Who I am, what I do, where I spend my time, and the things that I stand for, I do not play about that. And the truth is, you will evolve. And you will learn. You will grow. You will make mistakes. You will be the villain in some people's story. But, at your core, what do you stand for? There are certain lines I will never cross. Get me? I do not go where the wind blows. I'm firm and solid. Listen me. Don't play, man. Don't play. Stop performing for everyone and become who you are. As I said before, understand who you are. Understanding who you are also includes understanding your family and the people around you and the people before you, your ancestors and so on. Marcus Garvey has a famous quote, and I read it for you. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots. Roots. You need to know your roots. You need to know where you come from. You need to know what you are. Who you are. The type of people who were before you, because they were great as well. Our history is something we shouldn't take lightly. And our history isn't just about, no, I'm talking about black history, in particular, African history. Our history isn't all about shackles and chains and slavery. There's so much more. A particular set of people took our land, took our culture, took our identity, and then turned it around and convinced us that we are the thieves. And people don't play the effects that it still has on us today. Because if you really knew your identity, you would never bleach your skin. You would never call yourself a word that was created to destroy you. That N-word I'm talking about, that word that was made to bring you down. You would never call yourself that. You would never refer to your brothers and sisters as that. There is so much to learn. There is so much that was intentionally hidden from us. There is so much that was fed to us. We take our history too lightly. Our kids need to understand the history. Our kids need to understand who they are, where they came from, and they will act accordingly. For anyone who is watching this video, I want you to look into African history. Take the time out and really look into African history and look at what has been done to my people. Look at what has been done to the people of Africa. And then I want you to look at what Africa has done for the world, what Africa has done for humanity. Don't just scrape the surface of it all. I want you to look deeply. I want you to get information from different sources, put them all together. Just take the time out to understand the severity of this situation. Just take the time out, please. Look at information from different sources. Look at information from... Just please take the time out. Look at information from different sources. From all across the world. Just look at it holistically. And you will see. And you will see that our history isn't a joke. And without Africa, there would be nothing. Recently, in March 2026, and forgive me for reading off something, but the United Nations General Assembly has voted to recognize the enslavement of Africans during the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. And now I want you to listen carefully The proposal was adopted with 123 votes in favor and 3 against. The United States, Israel, and Argentina. No. For you to understand the depth of this situation and how concerning and serious that is, I would love for you to definitely look into African history as a whole, the good and the bad. Anyone with the smallest idea of what took place during slavery would know that those were dark times. And what takes this thing to a whole nother level for me is when I look into it and I realize that there are no repercussions for the countries if they vote in favor for this particular thing. They would face no repercussions. But what? They stood against it. And that says a lot. That says a lot about the times we're living in today. That says a lot about the future they're trying to build. That says a lot about how they may have written the history books. You know what I mean? Nothing is really as it seems. It's a system that was carefully built to tear down a particular set of people, black people, for money, for their own gain. It is a system built carefully by people who despised us and never wanted to see us grow or elevate in any way or form. You know what I mean? The only good system is a sound system. You see me? Don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. And remember, slavery wasn't abolished because someone grew a conscience and all of a sudden they were nice people. It was abolished because it became expensive. The Industrial Revolution came along and it didn't make sense to have slaves anymore. I just want you to think about all these things. Think about all these things. Don't take them lightly. And, people went through this. And for years we've been fighting. For years we've been resilient. Either way, I love you. Big up yourself and take care of yourself. I'm out.